Hey guys, thank you very much for joining me. This is your one and only Waka Waka Doctor, bringing you the best of migration across the world. You know how we do it here. We share information as regards traveling abroad. For those who are just joining for the first time, I want to say welcome. Thank you for joining me. But if you've always been here, I want to say thank you very much. On all my social media platforms, I share information with regards to going abroad. So, irrespective of the country you want to move to, whether it's United Kingdom, Canada, Australia, France, Germany, New Zealand, Finland, Sweden, any country at all, you will find me on my YouTube channel and as well as my Instagram feed. So thank you very much. Today we're talking about a different country altogether. A different country altogether. I hope everyone can hear me, and I hope I'm very audible for you to hear. Someone is saying they can't hear me. I hope everyone can hear me. Okay, so today we're talking about moving to this very good country that can be done in 3 months. 3 months. 3 months. I mean, I have lived in this country too before. I've lived there before, so I know exactly how sweet it is, and that's what I'm here to educate you about. So, like we always do, I bring up a guest who knows how to do it, who knows the procedure, who has done it before, and will be able to teach you how to go about it. Is that okay? So let me bring up my guest straight away so that we can get it going. Okay, let's see if she joins in now. She lives in the Republic of Ireland. That's the country. Hey, how are you?
Hi.
What's going
Hi.
on? What's going on? It's good to have you here.
Good to have you. Thank you. Thank you for
Thank,
having me. Thank you.
thank you,
Thank
thank
you.
you, thank you for joining. Thank you for joining us. So, you know how we do it now. I like to go straight to the point,
Yeah.
so that people can get the details, the meat of the gist. So, we talked about how people are going to move to this country in 3 months, and they can move with their family. Now,
Yeah.
I haven't told them what country it is, but now let me just say the country is the Republic of Ireland. Now,
Woohoo.
I have also lived in the Republic of Ireland for a good number of years, so I know how very good the country is. I know how sweet it is.
Yeah.
So whatever you're going to say today would not be, brand new to me. And I'm telling everyone that if they can afford to move, they should move. So the next voice you're going to hear is from Gloria. I'm going to put a handle here in case you want to follow her, in case you want to DM her. She also has a YouTube channel where she shares information about all these things. So, Gloria, tell us, we want to know, how can we move in 3 months? That's the gist of this matter. Break it down to us.
Okay. So yes, he's actually right. You can actually move to Ireland in 3 months using the pathway that's called the Critical Skills Employment Permit. Okay. So this particular pathway was actually created by the Irish government to actually encourage people that are highly skilled come to Ireland, to help and assist the economy and the growth of the country in general. So the Critical Skills Employment Permit is not just any pathway that you can use to come to Ireland. It's actually for specific occupations. So it's not just for every sector or every field, right? So the occupations that you can actually use to come into Ireland within 3 months. So if you're a doctor, if you're a nurse, if you're an engineer, if you're into IT, web design, you're a pharmacist, dietitian, physiotherapist, occupational physiotherapist, anything that has to do with any of these specific fields, you can actually come to Ireland. All you have to do, or the very first thing that you have to do, is actually to look for a job and get a job in Ireland. Okay, so if you get a job in Ireland, then from that time, or from the moment you get a job in Ireland, you can actually use about 3 months for the whole processing. So like the whole visa processing and everything, and move to Ireland. The good thing about this particular pathway is the fact that you can also come with your family. So in Ireland, we have like two types of employment permits, right? We have the critical skills employment permit, and then we have the general employment permit. With the general employment permit, you cannot move to Ireland with your family. So this gives you, the critical skills an upper hand, right? You moving with your family, you can actually move to Ireland with your family. Aside from that, the other advantage that comes with this is the fact that after 2 years, after you spend 2 years in Ireland and you have worked in Ireland under this particular, job, you can actually apply for the stamp 4, which is the permanent residency in Ireland. Unlike the general employment permit, which you actually need to, spend about 5 years, working in the country before you're able to apply for a permanent residency in Ireland, which is the stamp 4. So there are different eligibility criteria that you definitely do need, because anybody cannot just apply for this particular employment permit. Okay, so the very first eligibility criteria that you need is the fact that the job that you earn has to pay you at least 32,000 euros, okay, per annum. The job that you earn has to at least pay you 32,000 euros. Apart from that, the role that you actually are going to be working in has to be under the critical skills employment permit, right? You cannot just say, okay, I got a job as an admin in a company. That doesn't guarantee you to apply under the critical skills employment permit. You would be denied. So it has to be, that also states that your degree matters. So for example, you cannot say that because I've worked in a hospital and I served as a nurse, that automatically qualifies me to, apply for a job as a nurse in Ireland. You actually have to have a degree in this specific, occupations for you to be able to, come to Ireland or apply for a job. So another eligibility criteria is the fact that if you finally get a job in Ireland, your offer letter has to come directly from an employer. You can't, get it from a recruitment agency. Sometimes actually people come to Ireland using the recruitment agencies, and then they're able to sponsor them and then they move. But under the critical skills employment permit, it has to be directly from an employer before you're able to, go further in applying for, sponsorship.
Fantastic. There are a couple of questions here that I want you to answer. Before I
Okay.
ask that question, I want to ask. You need to have a job before moving, correct?
Yes, definitely correct. You definitely
So
do need to have.
how can people get these jobs? Because
Okay.
that's very important. How can people
Yes,
apply
exactly.
and get these
Yeah.
jobs?
So there are a couple of websites that we have in Ireland. If you check my YouTube channel, I always put them in my description box. But for the purpose of this live, there is the Indeed website. You can also, if you have like a LinkedIn account, if you don't also have, you should create one today. And also, check the companies in Ireland. If you type on the search button and put visa sponsorship under Ireland as a country, you see like a whole lot of companies and jobs that would be able to get you this kind of visa. Aside from Indeed, aside from LinkedIn, there's also www.irishjobs.ie. Irish Jobs. We also have the Google Career Ireland. It's also another website that you can also use as well. We have like a whole lot of, there's Grabs Jobs as well. We have like a whole lot of websites, but these 5 or 6 ones that I've just mentioned are like the major ones that I know people use a lot, and it kind of works as well.
Is IELTS a requirement for all these things?
No, for the job, it's not. But for a visa application, especially if you're coming from Nigeria, right? For visa application, is actually, what's the word? Mandatory. If you don't have to write IELTS if you don't want to. There are other English tests that can also be written. It doesn't compulsorily have to be IELTS. But because, for example, I'm from a country like Nigeria, and they feel like we need to certify that our English is 100, then would actually need IELTS, not the jobs. The jobs don't need you to, get IELTS before you're able to get a job, but just for your visa application, the embassy requires that you need to get
So
IELTS.
you've mentioned that first thing you can do is go to LinkedIn, in the
Yeah.
search bar, put
Mm-hmm.
visa sponsorship jobs Ireland. That will
Yes.
bring out jobs.
Yes.
Indeed website,
Mm-hmm.
Irish Jobs,
Yes.
irishjobs.ie.
Yes. Irish Jobs.
And
Yes.
what other website did you say?
Google Career Ireland.
Google Career Ireland. Okay,
Yes.
Google Career Ireland. All right,
Yes.
fantastic.
Also grabjobs.ie.
Okay.
GRAB. Grabjobs.ie.
And the company is going to help you move all your family. They're going to pay for everything.
Yes, yes. I have actually someone that's actually done that. Like a lady actually recently, she's even moving to Ireland about in the next 2 weeks. She has actually gotten a job, and then the company that she got the job with, helped her to sponsor herself and her family. So everybody is all
What
moving to
role?
Ireland.
What role is she applying
She's a
for?
researcher. She's a
She's a
researcher.
researcher.
Yeah,
Okay, so based on what you've talked about, doctors, nurses,
yeah,
engineers, I'm sure all forms of engineering,
yeah.
IT,
Mm-hmm.
um, aviation, possibly,
Yeah,
yes, aviation,
yes. Medical field,
um,
therapist,
all medical fields.
physiotherapist. Yeah.
What about, say, human resources, for instance?
Human resources is not under the critical skills employment permit. You could do that under the general employment permit, but not under the critical skills.
Okay, so they can, for human resources, they can apply under the general.
Yes, under the general
Okay.
permit.
Someone
Yes.
is asking, what about if they're a financial analyst?
Yes, I think finance is also critical. Yes, I think
Finance
the
is also
finance industry
critical.
is also critical. Yes.
Finance is also critical.
Yes.
Biomedical technology,
Definitely.
microbiology,
Yes.
business analyst, all those things
Definitely.
are they're
Yes.
all critical skills.
Yes, they
So
are.
yeah, you can take it. You can actually use that. Wow, fantastic,
Yeah.
guys. This is Gloria member. I've just put up our handle there, Gloria underscore MEMBERR. Gloria underscore MEMBERR. She talks about moving to Ireland a lot. She tries to make it simple so that I can follow it. And a lot of people have given testimonies as to how they've moved through our channel. So if I were you, I will follow her. I will watch her videos on her YouTube channel, and I will send her messages about questions that you do not understand so that she can break it down for you or help you so that you can make that move. Gloria, before we go, is there, yeah, social worker
Yeah,
is also
social
a
workers,
critical,
yes.
yeah, social worker is also a critical skill, so that's a fantastic one. And what I would do is I will leave this video on my YouTube channel, and I will put all the links that you can find jobs, all the jobs you can apply for. Is there any other information we need to know before we go?
Because I get a lot of people saying, "Oh, I've been applying for jobs. I'm qualified. I have the degree. I have the experience. I've been applying for these jobs, but yet, I've not been getting any positive response." First of all, I would say that starting from your CV, because Ireland kind of has like this standard way of how to write a particular CV. And most times, like if your CV is not properly written or not optimized properly, is obviously going to be a problem. The ATS system that it's being run by would not even pick it up in the first place, no matter how much like experience you've gotten or like how good your degree is. Like one advice I'm going to give is that to make sure your CV is properly written. Like if you don't know how to write one, there's this company, Top CV. They are UK based, but they also know how to, do the Irish standard kind of CV. And you don't necessarily even have to pay them. So all you can do is just, go to their website and upload your CV on it, right? And then after like a few days, they get back to you and they tell you, what's wrong with your CV, things you actually do need to do to improve, your CV in the search and all of that. And they're actually free, to be very honest. If you want them to write it for you, then you have to pay. But if you don't want them to write it for you, just want them to guide you and then correct you and tell you, how well your CV is performing. You can actually, reach out to them or just upload your CV on their website and then they get back to you via email with an answer. So my very first advice would be make sure your CV is actually, written properly, optimized properly. If you have a LinkedIn account, make sure that you're also not just applying, but maybe following up with recruiters. Because some people that have also gotten jobs and have come to Ireland, most times it's not just by just applying and just leaving it there. Most times they do follow up with these recruiters and then they have a better chance at being called for an interview. And also just keep on applying. Don't give up. A lot of rejections will come, but it's not impossible. It's hard, but it's not impossible because people have done it. So I mean, why can't you also do it? You can also do it and also come to Ireland. So just keep on applying. Don't relent. Don't give up. Continue what you're doing. One day is going to click. One will actually click.
That's the idea. Never give up. Keep going. Keep doing what
Yeah.
you're doing. Well, guys, this has been moving to Ireland in 3 months with Gloria member. You can find her on Instagram. It's Gloria underscore MEMBERR. What about on YouTube? How can people find you on YouTube?
It's Ria Stakes, RIASTAKES. Ria Stakes. If you also
Okay,
check my Instagram link here, you will see my Instagram page. You see the link there.
Ria Stakes.
Yes.
Yeah, on YouTube. Okay. So your Ria's
Yeah.
takes on YouTube. Ria's
Yes.
RIA''STAKES on YouTube.
Yeah.
All she does
Yeah.
is helping people move to Ireland. So whether it's graduate studies, masters, undergrad, job opportunities, she shares on her page. If you've got any questions, just follow her. And you would get answers to it. Thank you very much, Ria. We wanted to do this
Thank
for
you.
15 minutes. We are almost 20 minutes. But it's been a
That's
pleasure
okay.
having you on my channel. Thank you very much for sharing. Guys, thank you very much for joining. I'll catch you guys later. Bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.